Okay, Big Iron Risotto. I love the name Twitch Iron Risotto. We just played the guy that has taken the mickey out of. Going up against this Spanish player who I've seen once or twice on other people's streams. Mario, we'll call him. I'm not even going to try and butcher that name. Who's actually pretty decent. I've seen him play some high level streamers, and this guy's actually really decent. So, are we going to say it could be Callan? It could be Keister, it could be, you never know these days, so it could be Skirmy, so it could be anyone. But he's a good player regardless, so we're going to keep a close eye on Dutch here, because obviously this is Risotto we're talking about. Spain, we'll see if the hell standard or not they play, but I believe Risotto is the one that's going to play not very standard here. If we already take a look at what he's doing. He's got guys chopping wood. He's going for a TP there? No, he's going to find 40 wood though, which looks like that's going to work to his favour. He's now starting to get someone on gold. Risotto is just so wacky. I don't even know what's going on. He is in chat as well, so no spoilers, Risotto, on what happens here. It's a me, Mario. So we'll take a quick look at his deck. He hasn't showed it yet. If we take a quick look at Mario, he has picked his deck. Gone for 3 vills. Does have ATP in his deck. That's not something you see every day. That's bizarre. That almost leads me to believe that it might be a older player on the non-DE days, EP days perhaps, because you very rarely see advanced trading post on DE, and it's usually something that the old boys used to play. Got 1,000 food as well, not something you see. Spanish gold is his kind of eco of choice, no Marvelous Year or the 2 Haciendas. So it looks like we're probably going to see something standard from him. Bit of a Hero Explorer battle going on here. Risotto now got 8 people on gold. He's ended on 295 food. I wonder why this is. He has infinite 300 wood. He has both the extra banks, Banks of Rotterdam and Banks of Amsterdam. Town Militia, which is basically a almost a guaranteed for a Risotto deck. Okay, getting some extra food. Okay, nice. He's using the yaks to gather that food very quickly. Just to note, anyone who doesn't realise that, look, 2 food per second you get from a gather rate from yaks, which is like 2.5 times the speed of normal food gathering. Looks like we're going to get a bank up at 3 minutes. Is he going to go for 350 wood? Is he going to go for more than 350 wood? Okay, so the first bank going down at 2 minutes 50. Jesus Christ. If ever you've seen a greed. Okay, so we've got a villager up here that's going to be doing some herding, I presume. Another villager going to be herding down here. Another yak. Getting 4 villagers, 4 merchants, sorry, to produce that bank. Interesting. Taking everyone off wood now. No way are we seeing the 300 food card used. So I presume what he's going to do now is get 50 wood from chopping, and then he's going to take everyone off and then use that 300 wood to have 350 for the bank. Okay, now taking everyone off gold as well. Almost going to be housed at this point. So clearly has done this before and knows what limit is. He does have the bank as well, and that's going to definitely get him enough for... Wow, so this is a very well thought out build order by Risotto here. Basically everyone on food now, except a few on wood. He is going past the 50 wood though, so I wonder how much he's going to go past. Maybe another 50. TP going down. Doesn't have ATP in yet. So again, pretty standard stuff. Looks like he'll be aging up. Yep, and he's gets the TP in transition, and then age it with a tower, I presume. Yep, the governor, and then he's going to ship 700 gold. So it looks like very standard play by the Spanish player. But we want to see what Risotto's doing. Okay, so he just went for the agent there. Didn't go for a second bank. He has a lot of people on food as well. What's he going for? Okay, now he's going for a market. So he's basically doing an age 1 bank build. And for anyone who doesn't know, this is like one of the worst matchups in the game. Because Spain just absolutely destroy Dutch. Just because they can get that 2 Falconet card out, and it's so early, and it's so difficult for Dutch to do anything about it, because they kind of have to play a lot of age 2, because that's where a lot of their eco's orientated around the banks and getting all that infrastructure up in age 2. But Risotto playing for even more greed, going for an age 1 bank, which you do not see every day. Are we going to see another bank here? Okay, so Hunting Dogs goes down. Okay, and that's a very ballsy bank as well. I'm not going to lie. That is a... I'm not sure about that bank placement. That is a ballsy bank placement. Because you especially against Spain, you kind of want banks within the vicinity of your TC fire. So that could definitely be popped off without any cover from TC fire. Town Militia coming in very... So he's predicting Spain are going to do something very standard and fast fortress orientated, which he's right. We're going to have an 5 minutes 40 age up. Jesus Christ. So only 2 banks though. I mean, that's actually pretty early. You would normally have it at around this sort of time anyway, but now the 400 wood's going to come in. What's he going to do with this? Is he going to get the other 2 banks early? Town Militia still going to be the card. Is he going to utilize the bank wagon? He's going to get 700 wood. Who knows at this point? Is he going to ship 700 food for all I know? Okay, going for a TP now as well. The greed on this guy. Another bank as well. That's to be predicted. Is he actually going to go to age 3? That's what I want to know. And a super aggressive outpost. Wow. 2 villagers coming for the follow-up as well. They're going to build the barracks. So this is exactly how you play versus Dutch as Spain. Super aggressive. Get that outpost. Because again, it's very difficult to punish this outpost. Dutch like to build their infrastructure, and if they do contest this outpost, they're going to need pikemen, they're going to need an early barracks, they're going to need to use a shipment to get 8 pikemen. It's just very complicated, and all you've done is take down an outpost, and you've completely sacrificed eco for it. So again, this is exactly how you play with Spain against Dutch. So we're going to likely see rods, musketeers, shipments of lancers, the early 2 falconets. He's gone for 3 TPs, and he still hasn't got in ATP, the advanced trading post. So yeah, just wow. Okay, just that's how he's going to go for his eco. So this guy does. I very much sniff. I very much sniff an EP player here because he's very EP style. It could be Robot. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. It could be one of the best Spanish players in the game, but we don't know. So 5 banks up. So he got that TP, which allowed him to get that extra bank wagon. So he's got 5 TPs up, which is super greedy. Super greedy. And it looks like the church card. No! What the hell? Okay, so... Oh, wow. So this is the problem. He's not even clicked age up yet. And these four hussars were from the age up. And he's used the outpost to get these just to save as much time as possible so they can be in his base harassing his units, harassing his eco. Looks like he really wants his TP, but I don't know if that's the right option. With all the chaos that's going on, Risotto is still microing treasures. I love it. You absolutely love it. So Risotto going for that age up, and that's considering he's gone 5 banks, that's a good age up time. That is a good age up time for 5 banks. He needs infrastructure now though. So, and he doesn't. Okay. So I love this. So the Spanish player got stagecoach, and Risotto realized this and actually got the cords of wood from here. So he definitely got a 75 wood little bit of eco there, which I absolutely love to see. So sneaking that in, that's going to go down, and no doubt that the Spanish player is definitely going to want to get that ASAP. Skirmishes coming out now, so no musketeers or rodaleros just yet. So he's deciding to go play a little bit safer, not quite doing all in. He's going to play it smart and get the skirmisher mash. Okay, Risotto getting up, and he's shipped the church card, which tells me I actually don't know, because I presume he's going to get the Stradius. But knowing Risotto, he probably also wants the tech from the church that gives you extra 2 bank wagons. Not wagons, sorry, the ability to make 2 extra banks. And that means that it does slow your military land units down. But it doesn't look like he's going to want to get any here. Stradius come out, and they're popping at the perfect place because there is absolutely 0 protection, anti-cav protection here. And they're going to do a good wad of damage versus his skirmishes. Before the anti-cav gets there, is he going to decide to fight? It's only 5 rods. Okay, he's doing some nice cav micro. He is deciding to fight this. No Minutemen. I would have liked to see Minutemen pop there as well with Risotto. That would have been absolutely even better. He does have his Explorer in there as well. And he's having a hard time taking these rods down. He does eventually take them down. He does have 3 up still, and all the skirmishes pretty much are going to go down. He does now finally get the Minutemen in as well, which is really nice. And that's going to just secure taking down these Hussars. These Strati are so tough. Almost 600 HP. They're basically Lancers. And look at the damage they do. Absolutely insane. So, perfect pop by Risotto there. Really, really good micro and game knowledge there. He took down 5 Rodoleros. And the 5 Rodoleros and like 7 or 9 Rodoleros now pop out. And they're going to sweep up the rest of his Lancers, which is really nice. But I think the damage was done. I think the damage was done with the 5 Stratis. And I think Risotto's definitely going to be happy with that. Risotto is definitely going to be happy with that. There's no skirmisher mass now that's going to contest Risotto. But what does Risotto... How is Risotto... He's going to have in the back of his mind... Right, okay, that was the hard part done. Now, the 2 Falconets, the even harder part, potentially, is going to come into the game. So how is he going to deal with that? Looks like he's going to try and just get mass. He's gone double stable. He is now making 9 routers as well. So it looks like he wants to go for that Dragoon-type mass to try and deal with these... 2 Falconets now. Now remember, if he was going... This is clearly part of a well thought out plan, because these routers would have absolutely destroyed by skirmishers. So Risotto had to find a way to really dwindle that skirmisher mass, which he did perfectly with that mercenary shipment. Question is now, how's he gonna he's still got Bosniaks, so that's gonna be the big play. Wow, this is super aggressive by Spain. Looks like he is going to find the TC placement, though. Is he going to find it? Does he see it? Oh, he just about misses. He just about doesn't see it. He still has 1 Lancer left as well. But that's a lot of Rodoleros. That is a lot of Rodoleros. Oh, don't get caught. Okay, he's going to get caught in the snare, which is a bit unfortunate. But some good micro there. That is a lot of routers as well. Just because of this insane 5 bank eco is really going to save him here. It's just routers are super gold heavy as well. Look at this, 75 gold. So you only need 30 food per router. So 5 banks is just going to and his eco's been basically untouched. Other than the TP, his eco has been essentially untouched. Deciding now to put 2 barracks down. And I was going to say, how did he get the wood for that infrastructure? And he's got 1k wood as his shipment. So just super greedy after greedy after greedy. Play by Risotto here, but the 2 Falconets are out now, so Risotto has to find a way of dealing with this 2 Falconets. And how's he going to do? Oh. The problem is there's a decent amount of skirmishes back in the game now. Oh, and the Town Militia Minutemen, and this is the play. This is the play. There's just so many routers there. The Minutemen, they're going to do a good job as well. Just okay. You need to fight. He's just deciding not to go for it. He doesn't really need to go for the Falconets at this stage. He just needs to destroy the skirmishes. The rod mass is down now. Only 3 more supporting coming in. Okay, 6. But that's not going to be enough. Skirmishes. He's pumping just Minutemen after... Just military after military at this stage. He's decided to focus for things other than the Falconets. And I'm not sure about that because... This has kind of been a good trade for Spain, to be perfectly honest with you. But now he's going for just meleeing down the Falconets. Wow. So that's the second hardest stage now done for Risotto. That's always the biggest issue, is how he deals with the skirmisher mass and how he deals with those early Falconets. And the Falconets weren't that early, to be quite honest with you. Risotto is going to see that super aggressive TC here. So this Spanish player does have the ability to get Minutemen. And don't forget, he does have 4 TP eco here. No one on water, but he does have 4 TP eco, which is, you know, really, really good. And just 14 skirmishes out of nowhere now. Wait, no, more 17. I thought, wow, so just completely putting it on this guy, who's now going for triple racks. Triple racks. So I imagine what we're going to see is just the classic now. Skirmisher rod versus skirmisher router. Wow, just popping 10 skirmishes out. Still no Bersegules though. I would like to see those, sorry, not Bersegules, the Bosniaks. I would like to see the Bosniaks because that would just completely turn the game again. If we take a quick look at the Spanish player, 36 fills, 4 TP eco, Lancers being shipped. Still has 5 Lancers, which is an insane card. And he's looking really healthy. Like he's got enough wood to get another TC down, to be quite honest with you. These routers really have bad, like 7 siege attacks. Absolutely terrible. So he's going to be there all day taking down this town centre, which does still have the ability to get Minutemen. And if I'm not mistaken, wow. So now comes the Minutemen. Falconet in production also. He's gone for 3 barracks and Falconet production. Lancers getting in a really caught. So Rooters really getting caught off guard here. And those Lancers are going to do a decent amount of damage versus those skirmishers. He doesn't have a lot of Rooters as well. And that's a decent skirmisher mass. Okay, I like this the counter cav play here because there's no rods. Absolutely 0 rods in the field here. So that is a really nice counter cav play by Risotto there. Minutemen still out on the field. Wow, and again, just using cavalry at the perfect time to clear up the skirmisher mass once again. Yes, these Falconets identifying that they would get 100% caught out by these Hussars here. These are veteran Hussars as well, so again, though, I take a look at the eco here for Spain, and he's looking real healthy. He's looking real healthy. This 4 TP eco has just been completely untouched the entire game. He is 4K scored down, but it doesn't feel like he's 4K scored down. Although Dutchland similar amount of villagers, but also has the 5 bank eco, so it definitely has the superior eco. But the longer the game goes on, potentially the better it's going to get for Spain. And look at this, just casually popping 10 veteran Hussars. Gonna go for the raid. I'm not sure I like that though. I think they would have been good for the siege here as well and the extra support. Maybe raid with 5, but I'm not sure 10 is necessary. Oh, and this is exactly why, because, wow, the TC does go down, which is nice Risotto, but the cavalry pop is perfect, and there's virtually no routers left, so it's just back and forth, and who has the best anti-cav? Some more Hussars, some more routers coming out. Oh, but there's Rodoleros there as well, and this composition is looking really favourable for Spain right now. He's going to get the villager pull as well. He's going to hammer down these one of these Hussars. Wow, and the scores all of a sudden looking real close. But we do have some nice raids. 2, 3 villagers going down there, and look at that raid. Oh, that could be game breaking. That could be game breaking, but there's villager raids going on for the Spanish player here as well. And how much infrastructure damage is he going to be able to do? This is anyone's game. Honestly, this is absolutely anyone's game. And there's just nothing to take down. He doesn't even realise. Oh man, that is horrendous. And that is definitely a good trade for Risotto. As long as Risotto can hold off this push, he should 100% and be in a really favourable position. And that's got to be 10, 15 villagers going down for Spain. Absolutely devastating. He's only on 19 villagers. Probably lost about 20 villagers there. But there's a lot of skirms. There's a lot of rods. The cavalry are coming back, but there's too many rods on the field there. Is he going to be able to get a good flank? Not really. The routers are not in a good position here. There's no skirmishers. If we take a quick look at Risotto, he's shipping halberdiers. Like I said, he still has the Bosniaks. That's definitely could be game breaking. Again, this is exactly where the Spanish player wants to be. Destroying infrastructure, taking these banks down, trying to house him just in his base, and when any kind of military units come in, he's just pounding them with the skirmishers. Halberdiers could get a really nice pop here, and they're going to get, oh, that's perfect snare, going to get really got a nice chunk, getting stuck in there against the skirmishers. That's exactly where the halberdiers want to be. The routers going to try and come for a flank. There's cavalry in here as well, and the rods are just not in a really good position at all. He's going to melee once again with the routers, and if they can take out these 2 falconets again, this is going to completely turn the tide once again. It just keeps going back and forth, and who has the superior mass here? Another flank of Hussars coming in. Is he going to decide to take a chance here? Oh, no. I think he's forgotten about that flank. Takes them bank. Oh, and I do see boats getting produced now as well. Just pure greed from Risotto, but it's to be expected from this guy right now. Almost getting for another shipment, and I would be thinking, right, I do have 5 banks. It wouldn't take me long to get 1k gold, especially if you look at the macro right now. He could definitely save enough of Bosniaks, and please, we need to see Bosniaks. We need to see Bosniaks. He doesn't actually have that many kind of age-free shipments left, so it's definitely his best option to 100% save that 1k gold. And again, like, scores 4k difference back, but it's again, the TPs haven't been touched. He did lose a hell of a lot of eco with that raid, but he still has the TP eco, so he's 100% still in this game. He has done a good damage against Risotto's villager eco as well. Oh, and the rod's getting caught out. Got it. Oh, God. Okay, that's not going to be too bad. He might lose 1 or 2 skirmishes here, but no, okay. Wasn't able to get the snare, so that was a nice micro by the Spanish player there. Oh, Risotto. Oh, he's deciding to go for cavalry upgrade. No, Risotto. The Bosniaks would just be so much better. I mean, he is getting a lot of hussars, so maybe this, you know, I don't disagree with this, but I do feel like Bosniaks right now at this time of popping, even with all these rods here, will just absolutely destroy this unit comp right now. Absolutely destroy it. Oh, look, and the hussars just not being where they want to be, and lancers, there's not a lot of anti-cav, so it looks like the Spanish player is going to take this again. He's going to completely swing in his favour. I have no idea who's going to win this game. I actually have no idea who's going to win this game. So actually not looking too bad for the Spanish player, for Risotto, actually. I just don't know which way it's going to go. There's so many villagers getting stuck in here as well. He's getting the villager pull. He does have still a few more skirmishes, and the rods are attacking villagers, which is not what you want to do, and that's really nice micro by Risotto. Just using the villagers to soak up as much damage as possible, and that's going to be really, really good way of winning the battle there. A nice amount of rods coming in, though. God, my God, this is just back and forth, back and forth. He still has 2 settlers over here just eating up this mine. Took a quick look at the Spanish player. Just, again, triple raxing. Pretty insane. Triple raxing. He does still have the artillery foundry, but that's super risky. And look at his gold macro. And that's exactly what Spanish gold does. Wow, look at that gold macro. Insane. And that would just be from Spanish gold. So anyone who doesn't know, Spanish gold gives you about 330, I believe, gold per shipment. So he shipped that early on in the game, and he would have got thousands of gold worth of shipments there. So no wonder he's able to do this triple racks with an artillery at the back of it as well, because insane. Just got the 4 TP eco with Spanish gold is really, really good. And again, so EP-esque, and it feels like, you know, we could be watching like Sam Wise or, you know, any of those old school EP players playing Spain here, because it's very, definitely feels like an old standard Spanish kind of eco heavy game. Rod's really catching the hussars really well here. Again, the Spanish player looking real healthy here, but the score's telling a different story. Just more rods coming in here now as well. Just triple waxing, another 7 rods coming in here, so he's just going pure rods at this point. Do we have any rod cards used? No, so he's actually not really got any rod shipments to buff their HP and attack. They obviously are veteran. He does see the dock now as well. Probably about 10 boats out for Risotto. Again, look at this triple rack, just insane, and his resources keeping pretty low as well. This is insane amount of rods. How is he going to deal with this? How is Risotto going to deal with this? And this is the part. This is the problem now. Bosniaks is one of his only cards he's got left, and Bosniaks doesn't actually feel like they would be that good anymore because of the mass of Rodaleras. I feel like Bosniaks, he had his moment where Bosniaks would have been really good to send. And there's only a few skirmishes out there, and that's not going to be good. Falconet's perfect. He's going to get 2. Wow. Really nice macro there. This is exactly what he needs right now. These Rodaleras are perfect against low skirmisher mass, against routers, against cav. Okay, finally those 2 villages get picked up. But the one thing that these rods don't have a lot of is siege. So this Falconet is a really nice way of complementing these rods. I don't know. Is Risotto, for the first time in the entire game, Risotto's actually down 1k score, and the Bosniak's now coming in. Oh my God, the villager pulls there as well, so it's going to be really difficult to micro these rods. He can't just Zed me, he can't just attack move with them, otherwise the villagers will be soaking up all the damage. Remember, villagers have melee resist as well, so that's perfect for them. And these Bosniaks, there's 2 of them that are in gold already. 3 gold, a bronze, a silver, another bronze. They just cleaned up that entire rod mass. Oh my God, Bosniaks are just so good. And for anyone who doesn't know, these are basically Stradiates on steroids that do get these kind of mercenary upgrades with each kill they get a rank up. And look, because it's in gold now, it's killed 3 to get a gold rank. It's plus 25% hit points and plus 25% damage. So absolutely insane. There's only one which isn't gold, and that's a silver. So one more kill for him and he'll get that extra boost as well. So silver get plus 15%. So that extra gold, that extra 1 kill will give them an extra 10%, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Chat, you've got to be loving this, right? They just destroyed a rod mass. I have to say it was quite bad micro from the Spanish player, because he wasn't able to Z micro. When we say Z micro, we mean attack move. So he wasn't just able to let them attack anything closest to them. But look, just out of nowhere, just 20 rods out of nowhere, 24 rods out of nowhere. And this is where Bosniaks do not want to be. They've got no cover of the villagers anymore. They've got no cover or anything else. So yeah, they're just going to run away. And he's probably going to survive with about 3, almost 4. Okay, just about 4, but 1 in very low health. He does have the church. So what might actually be a really good idea is if Risotto gets some healers from the church to heal these mercenary units, these Bosniaks, back up to full health, and that would definitely be like, there's 2 very low HP, and these, don't forget, they're all gold, so they've all got their medal ups, which means they're super good. So healing them up would be really, really worthwhile value. He's going to get caught by the rods here. Halberdiers are okay. They kind of trade well with Rodoleros, but in that small mass, not really. Okay, fortifying Halberdiers, and with some skirmishes at the back, that would be nice, but the rods could turn here and do a lot of damage. Okay, he's going to decide to do some nice micro there. Sacrifice a couple of rods for the snare. Wow, and this whole time, don't forget, this is a really nice way. There's not a lot of herds on the map. If there's any herds left, I literally can't see one. So this is a really nice way of supplementing his food banks. Going onto the water here. Is now finally taking down the TPs. And Risotto looking really good here. That Bosniak clear up was just absolutely insane. But look how many rods out of nowhere have just come. These Halberdiers, he's trying to get, kind of going for Halberdiers now. Router's not going to be enough. But that is a nice mass of Halberdiers. Again, the scores are just so close. This is an insane game. It could go either way, and he needs to micro his Bosniaks really well here. Skirmishes in the back taking on these rods. The rods are going to follow the Bosniaks. He's keeping his Bosniaks alive really well. The Halberdiers are going to they are going to trade well versus these Rodoleros. They are so tanky. But the Spanish player has the skirmishes in the back of his own. Now the Bosniaks are coming in with this lower mass of rod, and that's going to be absolutely perfect. And there's the game! Oh my word, what an absolutely insane game, Risotto. Thank you so much for sending that over. That could have gone I honestly didn't know which way that was going to go. But the Bosniaks, like I said, finally coming in, and they were really going to turn the tide of the battle. And I said it from the get-go that these Bosniaks were going to be the make or break for the game. And stayed on 5 banks the entire game. Started then switching with 1 dock, and he managed to mass 13 boats there, which is 14 boats, using this to definitely try and scout this side of the map to see if he had his own boats, the Spanish player. But yeah, triple racks almost the entire game, along with an artillery foundry. Could have gone either way. I think what saved Risotto was that incredible raid up here. Absolutely incredible raid. And a ballsy raid at that. A ballsy raid at that, because he was getting pushed the entire time. So to have 10 cav raiding around the map. Balls of steel. Well played, Risotto. We'll take a quick look at the village count. And look at that! 40 villagers down to 19. I said he's lost about 20 villagers. He actually lost 21. Maybe a bit more, because if we take into consideration here, there was 1 there. He got built 1 more. So 21, and then another 1 here. So 22 in total. 23 if you count here as well. 24. Wow, absolutely insane. But the Spanish player did his own really good raid. Look at this. 28 from 37, and then again 34 to 38. So losing almost a similar amount of villagers. If you take into account this insane raid over here as well, Risotto lost even more villagers. But it was the 5 banks versus the 4 TP, and obviously 5 banks is going to produce a lot more than 4 TPs. However, 4 TPs can be more flexible because you can decide to get any sort of resource from them. The boats then coming back to save the day as well for the eco. If we take a quick look at all resources gathered, Well, I did not expect that. So considering the Risotto went for that age 1 bank and then went for 5 banks, he really wasn't that far ahead. So absolutely insane eco from the Spanish player there, who went for not only 4 TP eco, he went for Spanish gold as well. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that build order from Spain in a long time. It feels like almost a year and a half, 2 years since I've seen a Spanish player play like that. So we definitely are seeing an EP player of the past playing there on a Smurf account. I would really love to know who that was, because that was just a really nice Spanish old school boom gameplay there. 166 rods being made in total, and 81 skirms for Risotto. So well played, Risotto. I would love to see more of that, Risotto. I'd love to see more Age 1 gameplay for you from Dutch. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. Any guesses on who Mario is then? Anybody?